Welcome back to Larry Reidy's America and our countdown to the 250th birthday of the United States. Today, we look at the year 1791, a year that shaped both the foundations and the divisions of our young republic. The promise of liberty expanded with the Bill of Rights, but cracks appeared in unity as Alexander Hamilton's economic program stirred conflict. On the frontier, native resistance grew fiercer, while in Congress, political factions began to take permanent form. Let's walk through 1791. In December 1791, the 10 amendments were ratified as the Bill of Rights. Americans now had constitutional guarantees in freedom of speech, religion, the press, assembly, and more. For many citizens, this was a reassurance that they needed, that liberty would not be swallowed by government power. But it was also a reminder of who was excluded: slaves, women, and native peoples. Treasury Secretary Alexander Hamilton moved forward with his plan to stabilize American finances. The controversial excise tax on whiskey hit farmers hard, particularly in the back country. Many saw it as proof that the distant federal government was already turning against the common man. 1791 also brought the chartering of the First Bank of the United States. Hamilton argued it was vital to create growth, while Jefferson and Madison saw it as unconstitutional and dangerous. For the first time since independence, Americans began to choose sides over how much power the federal government should really have. Those divisions became more visible this year. Federalist Hamilton led by Hamilton, favored strong government and economic expansion. Jeffersonian Republicans rallied around states' rights, farming, and local independence. By 1791, the outlines of the two-party system were visible, and political unity was no longer guaranteed. In the Northwest Territory, native confederations resisted American expansion. Led by Little Turtle of the Miami, warriors defeated U.S. forces in bloody encounters. These battles revealed how fragile Americans' hold on its western lands truly was. March of 1791 brought good news. Vermont became the 14th state. Once an independent republic, Vermont's admission signaled America was ready to grow beyond the original 13 colonies. It was a peaceful expansion, a hopeful contrast to the bloodshed elsewhere. Even as liberty was celebrated, slavery persisted. Northern states inched forward gradually in gradual emancipation, while southern states deepened their commitment to bondage. The year 1791 offered no solutions, only a reminder that Americans' greatest contradiction was still unresolved. The press exploded in 1791. Partisan newspapers took sides, praising Hamilton's visions of or denouncing it as tyranny. For ordinary Americans, these papers became the battleground of ideas shaping the very meaning of democracy. Across the Atlantic, France's revolution shook Europe. Americans watched closely. Some hailed it as liberty's advance, others feared it as chaos. This divide in opinion mirrored the growing divisions at home linking Americans' fate with events abroad. For most Americans, life in 1791 was still simple and rural. Families farmed, communities worshiped together, and westward migration continued despite the risk. Optimism remained. This experience in liberty was still new, still fragile, but still full of promise. We had some flaws in 1791, and and some of them were just part of the growing process. The Bill of Rights excluded millions from its protections. Hamilton's tax policy inflamed resentment and widened class divides. Partisanships began hardening into permanent political factors. Native Americans were denied fair treatment as expansion pressed forward. Slavery endured as a deep moral and political contradiction. Well, for 1791, still a growing nation, I have to give it a B rating. It was between a B and a B minus, but I'd give it a B. We had growing pains, but as a nation, in my opinion, from 1776 to 1791, in that short period of time, we're doing pretty good. So, anyway, that wraps up the year of 1791 in our countdown to America's 250th birthday. A year of bold steps forward, but also of growing divides that would shape our history. Join me next time as we continue this journey through America's early years. I'm Larry Reidy, and this is Larry Reidy's America. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. And I will talk to you on the next podcast.